Why did as soon as I started pressing record, it felt so tense all of a sudden?
Everybody's butts get tight. Whatever. You're like, okay, damn, I'm really on camera now.
Yeah, you gotta put your camera voice on. All right, everybody, how's it going? This is DJ Creative Kloth coming back to you with another live session coming straight out of Houston, Texas. We got some good.
I mean, but that was smooth. You psyched yourself up a little bit at the end. You were just like, no, I'm bullshit. I'm wilding. But like, I feel like because I was like recording stuff for myself, trying to be like an influencer and shit, and then like, and I'm terrible at it. Like I'm doing like 50 takes of like the same thing.
Oh yeah.
And then like Olivia's come out, and she's like, "You're talking too fast. You actually don't talk that fast." And I'm trying to get all of like the words in, like, here's how you style your jeans with this, and then, but instead of just saying it like that, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's got to be in this little soundbite.
But I'll tell you what though, with a lot of people who make, because as I moved away from short form content and I kind of moved to long form, there's so many outtakes. Like once you see somebody, like you watch a video on YouTube and you see them talking and it splits to another second, they probably deleted 5 minutes of just like them messing up.
You develop the eye for it.
Yeah. So like, because I know when I watch my videos, I'm like, yeah, I was talking like that one part. I was like, that was bullshit. So I deleted like, there's like 2 minutes I just deleted out of there.
Yeah.
Even like with the virtual ones that I do now, like they're, for the most part, the virtual Kloth Talks that I do, they are uploaded almost like to what we recorded. So there might be like 1 second where I might just like, but for the most part, they're kind of like through and through. Yeah. Same thing. All right, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kloth Talk, and I'm back with another video, man. Look, if I'm not starting somewhere, I'm not going nowhere. Look, this is gonna be another segment of Kloth Talk.
I was concerned. I was like, this man does not have an earpiece on. It sounded like feedback. Okay.
Again, Kloth Talk is just where I'm grabbing the article titles from Hypebeast Complex, and it's all talking about sneakers, fashion, all that jazz. And I bring people on here who like those same things, but we got a good guest on here today, and it's in person if you can't tell. Go ahead and tell the people who you are. Do your spiel, like you said.
Oh man, I should have thought about this beforehand. I am Loren Pfizer, aka known as Fitting In Now. You can find me on Instagram, not on TikTok, because I'm terrified of TikTok.
Facts.
And I'm a influencer, designer.
Is it weird saying that?
Yes, because I'm just like, man, it feels. I think the like idea of influencer and like dumbass are like simultaneous, synonymous with one another.
Same, they're the same coin.
I feel like content creator though, that gets a little more respect. Is that just me?
But then I feel like even that title gets a little convoluted with other stuff. So because it's like, oh yeah, I'm a content creator, but it's like I do OnlyFans. It's like,
that's entrepreneur. That's entrepreneur.
Yeah, it is entrepreneur. Yeah, it's an entertainer at that point, you know.
Exactly.
But it's like, yeah, I would just say content creator. I feel like that feels better than influencer. But I'm an influencer off of like profession. Like, hey, shout out to the brands. Like,
facts.
We love paying rent.
Matter of fact, if you're watching this and you have a brand, go ahead and reach out to Creative Kloth, creativekloth96@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let's go ahead and pay some bills. But we'll definitely get into, definitely more of like your content journey and like how you even started. Because I think what's great about your story is how late you started versus a lot of people who started early during the pandemic. So I definitely want to get into that. But let's go ahead and knock out these articles. And then we'll come on that, or we'll come on that. That sounds crazy, dude.
What did he say?
That sounds crazy.
We don't get past it. It's okay.
But let's jump into this first article. All right, so this article title reads, Official Images of the, dude, I'm not reading all that. The New Balance 1000 Collection. What do you think of these when you saw them?
So when you sent me the link, I was like, man, I know I'm biased because I don't even wear sneakers anymore. But then like, so I opened it up.
Ooh.
And I was right. I was not. I wasn't feeling them. I think Aime Leon Dore has to find New Balance models that are like a little out of the ordinary, or things that haven't had as many collaborations to kind of add on to their collaborations. And like this is like it's very simple, but I don't know what else they would have done. But I guess I'm not feeling it. But I do see where it would work for a lot of people. It's a very like I like the like all white colorway the most, because I'm just like
It can go with a lot, yeah.
Yeah, like I understand where it will apply, but then I'm like, oh, to me, I'm like, no, I'm not rocking that.
Right.
Yeah, I think really when I saw them, I honestly said the same thing. I was like, yeah, nah. And I love sneakers. Like I feel like I'm getting like for a while I was off of sneakers, but now I'm getting back into it with like certain collabs, piquing my interest, like the Bodie ones. I got those, but I feel like when I looked at these, I'm just like, what's special about them? They just feel like they kind of almost don't even fit that AOD New Balance collabs that I've seen before. It kind of just feels like again, I run into this issue a lot, but it feels like just a GR. It's like, what's so special about these shoes?
But that might just be what it is.
I mean, it is interesting though. I like the black one the most, like the white stitching. I feel like that was different.
Yeah.
That was different.
It almost looks like a 95, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like an Air Max 95.
Yeah.
Looks like a Nocta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It low key does.
Yeah.
Which are like unironically hard.
No, like, no. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've seen some Noctas, and I was like, wait, these actually aren't
like,
too bad.
Conceptually, I am feeling this. Would never support.
You don't rock with the guy.
I don't rock with the messaging.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's one of those things they're gonna test the water for it first, because they did that with the like the 550s. Like the initial releases were pretty simple, and then it's like, oh, okay, bet, and then they fucked it up and then made like 700 colorways, and then it's like. And now it's a gross shoe. Whenever I look at it, I'm like, oh,
it's a gag shoe for sure.
It's pretty crazy.
Definitely
like,
a gag
I feel
shoe.
like it had a sweet spot, and then just got overkill. Like, it's crazy how like the perception of the shoe changed like that.
Once they stopped making neutrals,
I'm
just like purple. Oh yeah, scrap it.
Yeah.
But like, the thing is like, with a neutral shoe, the reason that is good is because like it makes sense. Like it's easy, it's simple, it's clean. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
When they try to do like different colors, like a purple or like a green or like a yellow, they try to copy the same model as if it's a neutral, and it doesn't work like that. If you have to, when you do colors, I feel like it has to be a little bit more cohesive, and it's probably a little bit more work that needs to go into actually putting together that collab. Like if you can't take the approach of a colorless sneaker that you will with a neutral, because it just wouldn't. What's the word I'm looking for? It wouldn't mesh the same. It wouldn't react the same.
Yeah.
That's why like Salehi, people like his colorways are fire, because I feel like he actually takes the time to find the right colors to pair with those sneakers, or like the Joe Fresh goods and things like that. Yeah. But like a lot of companies just take the shoe and think I could just put any color in it and sell. Like, not really.
But it's like the thing about Joe Fresh goods and Salehi, there's always a story.
True. Very true.
It. And so there's like multiple points of design or like an accent or some type of other element in it that's not just the colorway representing what it is.
And even if you don't know the story, I feel like they have that reputation now where if you look at it, you can tell these are intentional decisions.
Yeah, you're now looking for a story, especially Joe Fresh goods. Like that man is always rolling out an entire like movie along with this stuff, or just like a whole like
production,
a full ethos release as well with it.
Yeah,
which I feel like Aime Leon Dore does, but you know that is usually just like the lookbook.
Yeah,
and I feel like they're at the point where they can kind of coast on the fact that they are the brand that they are, and there's not a whole lot of daring things that they maybe want to do, or they feel like they have to do, because like these shoes are gonna sell out. Just because it's a new release.
It's them. They're established.
They have their diehard fans that no matter if it's like I see it as dog shit or like people see it as like trash, like they have the people who
the following now.
Didn't some dude die in front of that store because he was waiting there so long?
Hey, we gotta be careful.
No, like I think somebody literally died in front of that store because they were either sitting there waiting for a release of a sneaker. I'm gonna put it up here. I swear this happened, because I was just like, "There's no way that's your story," and that's how it ends.
How'd he die?
I think it was like either dehydration or like something. Like, damn, I have to look it up now.
Time for
I have
ALDs,
to look it up,
bro.
but like again, ALD just has like
Yeah,
what they do marketing wise, I mean, it's a masterclass.
Yeah,
look, they created a mood board company, and they sell that more than they actually sell. I mean, their products are good too. I have their garden mules. I think those are actually amazing shoes. But I feel like what they really push is like the lifestyle, like Nike. For sure. When I put Nike on, I feel like I could do anything. I could work out. I could go run. And I feel like with ALD, it's like I feel clean. This is fresh. This is what's in. Like they definitely built that. So I mean, it makes sense, but they definitely need. They can't just keep riding on that with sneakers. I feel like clothes, you probably can.
Right. Yeah.
But sneakers, like I feel like there has to be like a little
innately
bit more.
What they are. Yeah. What's the next thing? People are always looking for like what's the next thing for sneakers.
You know what? But I think I've been on their website a lot to like look at other shoes and things that they make. They make so much stuff.
Yeah. I haven't been in a while. Yeah.
Like an insane amount of like different pants, hats, like accessories. It's almost like, honestly, the shoes are the most boring thing about the company.
Damn.
But it's the thing that people are looking for the most.
It's fascinating.
And it's like they're more like developed eye or like palette with the things that they're making are towards the items that are probably more like limited number. And so like I
feel like it's funny what you're saying though, Loren. It's like the thing they're spending the most time. It's kind of not. It's kind. I don't say boring, but it's like they have a great like set of like collections, like pieces of clothing. But the shoes, I don't know. I mean, definitely have made some great stuff, but like what we're all talking about now in agreement, it's like they're at an interesting like crux point. Like, where do you go from here? You know.
Also, I tried to find it. I don't think it's real. So that guy that was fake. I swear.
Sorry, ALD. Sorry, ALD. Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on.
That's gonna be a short. I'm gonna turn that into a YouTube short. Who's the guy that died in front of ALD?
Don't send your legal team against us. Sorry.
Okay, so now I pose the question: from the three, which one would you most likely buy?
Like Loren, you already said all white, right?
Yeah.
All white. Sure. I think honestly, I would go out of my way to get the black pair. I talk shit about the shoes.
The white stitching does it for me.
The white stitching is actually pretty decent to me. It's pretty decent.
There's no wrong answer.
Okay, I really like the laces there.
But I'll tell you what though, it doesn't look like it. The more I look at it, it does not look like a New Balance shoe.
No, you know what this looks like?
What?
Oh my god, I'm blinking out. It looks like
it's okay. We could movie magic.
Clearwater or like Clearweather. Have you heard of that brand? I may be saying it wrong.
Clearweather, no.
It's like
we need a research department team on all Kloth Talks. So if you made it this far, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the video, so I can get a research team.
It's let's like there's a
specific model they have, maybe
not a specific model, but it looks like the laces, like lace style on it. It just looks like it is a small house brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always got the same look. They always look like Teslas.
Yeah, this pair is not great at all. That gray with the white, that does not.
I'm not feeling that.
That doesn't mesh. But this one, I mean, the white pair with the gray and then the cream, also like that looks good. Yeah. But most likely, that looks like a 95, bro. Straight up and down. That looks like a 95 straight up and down.
That's true.
It almost looks like that brand. I don't know if you remember us talking about that Clint's brand.
Yes.
All their shoes. Right? Yeah. They look like their shoes too. But like, yeah, final thoughts. I'll probably buy the black pair. Black pair is cool to me. You said black pair?
Yeah.
You said white pair?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article title reads, Hidden NY reveals Discover a New World collection. First of all, I feel like the same thing with ALD. Hidden kind of just like they sell their aesthetic. They sell their, like, that is the mood board pages of all mood board pages. The only page I think that comes, not say comes close, but like that's on equal levels like Jown. You know, because they kind of built like that brand as well on being like, you know, we're selling you an aesthetic. Yeah. Even though for the most part, the Jown stuff that I had clothes wise sucked. Oh, bro, no, it's not good, bro.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Not good. I can't say much about the shoes because like they're partnering obviously with like,
it's not them.
You know, these giants.
Yeah.
It's not them. But clothes wise, it has been skeptical. And that price point for what you're getting just seems crazy. But Hidden's kind of in that same realm. Not saying that they're bad, but like the price point for what you're buying versus what you're getting kind of sometimes doesn't match, but like also it's like you have the name attached to it, so it's like okay, like it makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like how I feel about Hidden is like I do view the brand pretty positively because like I just fuck with like the mood boards a lot, like all their posts. And so I think like because of that, I recognize like this like kind of positive bias I have for them. Like even though I might not like completely like love the collection, I'll still look at it someone like favorably or like positively because of how I feel about Hidden. So I don't know. It makes me question though, like how much do I actually like the pieces?
Yeah, how much do I actually like like you said,
the
like
garments for what they are?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, this shirt right here, and I'm gonna put a picture up. This shirt right here, I'm not mad at it. I can see myself
That's
rocking
your
it.
favorite one?
Like I'm not gonna lie. Like
what's on the front of that?
I don't think they showcased it on the. I don't think they showcased what
it might just be
or it might just be that.
Okay.
Which that's not wrong.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like you're about to hit on something, so let me just ask the question.
Yeah, no.
When does let's say you're going to buy a printed shirt. When does the logo or like what's on the shirt become too much for you? Because I feel like that's where you're about to touch on.
Oh yeah. Now I feel like I wear more. I don't wear as much like streetwear anymore, or it's like transitioned into being more like vintage or like more like kind of like dressy, whatever. But I was rocking graphic tees hard. Like that was just where I was at until I made like the transition for it. But I feel like whatever I felt like was too much is like, I don't know. It's like a feeling you get because it's like I'm also a designer that also is like made shirt designs that have been like, oh, okay, that's a bit, or I've heard like, oh, that's too much, or like you could add a little bit more, and then it's honestly hard to tell.
I don't think there's a science to it. That's my follow-up question, but I don't think there is though. And like
there isn't. Like you're just like, it's either the design is making sense for like the context of what it is, or it just doesn't. Like I don't know. You can get away with a lot with like a good design.
Yeah.
And so like I really like the front of their. If they just had like they could literally just have like the little hidden H there, and then they'd be good. But the fact that they went more into it and like had a more intricate design is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think the whole collection is like super cohesive, and I think it's like it's not an overwhelming streetwear print.
Exactly.
Because I'm thinking about the days of like, I got my Diamond Supply tee, I got my Hundreds tee, I got my
Obey tee.
Obey tee, bro. Bring me back. That shit was hard to me.
Bro, Obey was like, woo.
I was locked in, bro. That was amazing. That was an amazing time.
Nostalgia.
But like, a lot of the stuff was like super loud, so it's like, I don't think we're going to go back to that again. Or even if like there is a loud design, it's still a subdued, minimal, loud design. So it's like, I don't know. I just have an appreciation for it. I like it. I thought it was cool. The hoodie is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I like that.
Back.
Yeah. Like off-white with like with that green, like the Kelly green is heat. And then like the black and white contrast, like in the graphic on top of that is like,
dude's got good taste.
Yeah. I feel like my sweet spot is, because you brought it up, you were like, with a good design or a good graphic, you can get away with a lot. And I feel like that's me. Like it's a very subjective thing. Like somebody may see something that's like way too much graphic, and they'd be like, yeah, I don't like that, that's trash. But then like if it looks dope to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on that. Like, because there's some vintage tees. If I'm looking, I'm like, that's a little busy of a vintage tee. But then I'll see another one that has probably, if not more, graphic on it, but like it made sense, or it looks doper to me color wise, or like the actual graphics. So I feel like it's very up and down.
It's all about context. It's like I have the last graphic tee I bought. It's like kind of a funny shirt. It's like it literally has like a word that says like either like beat boop or something like that on like the front.
Fire.
and then on the back it's like on off, and it has like this like distorted like drawing of a dog on it. And I'm like, this shit is silly, but like it's silly in a self-aware, confined way, to where the design principles involved in it is that of one who is very studious, who knows how to like place the stupidity. And so like I'm like, oh, I'm give me that, because I'm like, I get it. Like,
it's like analyzing content.
That was a very well
articulated
like
analogy.
The way you just said that.
I do this.
I do this.
Josh, I think you might have scooted in a little. But yeah, I was like, when you said that sentence, I was like, wait, he's actually he's preaching right now. Jesus Christ. He's cooking. But yeah, I think my appreciation for the account hidden. So like overall, the collection to me, I'll probably wear every piece in there. Like, it looks great. The shorts, I mean, I'm down. Green's my favorite color. The shorts are crazy. The socks are simple. My appreciation for hidden, because I don't even think maybe he realizes, it's like a repost page too. And they repost a lot of people's content. And a lot of people have blown up off a simple hidden cosign.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. I've never been posted, but I've seen it though. And I'm just like, damn, that's actually dope. So like, you're not only you're obviously pushing the product, you're pushing, you know, your page, but it's like you brought up so many other people under that account. Yeah. I'm like, you know, you can't really hate on it too much.
Exactly.
Even if you like, he gives like a graphic that sucks. And I remember he like ran a contest for a bunch of graphic designers to run a collection. I'm like, you probably just gave those artists their first collection they ever put out. So it's like he's actively.
We talked about it before.
Yeah.
Any message about like this segment when we were like talking about him, and I was like, that's sick. You know, the way he interacts.
Like, he's definitely still entrenched in the, you know, just the community itself. So that's where I give, you know my tip. I said, why'd I grab this? I want. I don't know why I grabbed that. That's like fucking like a cowboy hat, like howdy partner. But yeah, I think the collection's dope though. I think it's, you know, not too much. You know, it could have went overboard with the text, but I think it was right in that sweet spot when it came to graphics and all that.
Right. It is interesting though, like Loren, how you bring up context. Like, I think I like initially phrased it to you, like I always like look at the account somewhat favorably. I don't think that will change unless he does, right? Like the way he's like, pretty down to earth. I think great taste, loves to like, you know, like highlight, shout out smaller accounts and things like that. Because of that nature of him, I feel like I will view his future like projects like well, but I don't know, I'm curious like where that line ends, maybe, or like where that line is even, you know, like at a certain point, like will I be able to say like I don't really like a certain piece? Have you ever thought about that with like other brands, like because like you view them so powerfully in a way, like you don't want to like down talk like certain designs, even though maybe some part of you doesn't like fully understand or like like dig it?
Nah, I'll say something's trash quick.
That's good.
I probably wouldn't be so like loud about it, but I'll probably like, because there's some New Balance, like I love the protection pack when it came out, like, you know, the intricate like little shark design or whatever, like I thought that was the craziest thing when they released that. But then they started doing so many trash colorways. I'm like, you killed that silhouette now, and that's just my opinion. Like obviously I understand like there's way more
so
that
right
goes,
wrong,
but it's like you did it amazing. I should have just kept that. I should have kept that sacred. It was such a good shoe.
They got to do what they got to do. You know, I think about
it's a
like,
business. I
think about music artists, you know, and they release like an album and you're just like, oh, bro, y'all phoned it in. But like they had to release something. They just bought a house. So it's like, you're just like, I'm not feeling this one, or like whatever. But like, I don't think that stops that, you know, artists from being your favorite artist, or like same thing for a brand. Like some you're just like not feeling any of these. But like it's like, for somebody. I
feel like it's tough though, because when we're talking about art, it's like sometimes hard to separate like a singular piece of work from like the entity itself, you know? Because I feel like if your favorite artist drops like a terrible album, all of a sudden like it kind of affects them, you know?
I'm going to give you a real world example. J. Cole's my favorite rapper of all time. When he went on that stage and apologized, I was like, oh my fucking, like I was, bro, when he dropped that diss and people were calling it trash, I was fighting for 24 hours in my DMs. Fighting. Even Brother with the Beard, like me and him went back and forth on that, because I was like, bro, no, there's no way you saying, there's no way you saying J. Cole sucked. And I was fighting. Then he went on the stage and apologized. I was like, oh my God.
Greg, like tangent though, but
I still like his music though.
That's true.
Still play it.
But also, I mean, speaking on J. Cole, the tangent, I feel like he made the right move at the
He
end.
definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the
definitely
memes are
did.
like Kendrick, Drake, like beefing, and then like J. Cole just like
Meditating on
beachside,
the beach.
meditating.
Yeah,
I fucking-
definitely did.
Oh yeah, he's like, yo, bro, I know these people, like for real.
They know too much.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
released
yeah.
some stuff. I'm like, yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah,
hilarious
good.
though, because like I feel like he was getting clowned on a little bit, but then the sentiment turned quick, with just like,
And that's the
he
thing
didn't get
too.
turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point too, because like I feel like opinions, people like if I just say right now that New Balance sucks, it's like, well, that's just me. Like I don't know why like there's like this idea that you can't have a negative outtake on something that people love.
Yeah.
They like think you're completely dogging on the whole thing as a whole, and it's like, no, like that one thing sucked. Still like let's have New Balances, but that sucked. So I just feel like now it's like if you're not all in, then you're saying it sucks.
Exactly.
And if you're not, I don't know. It's a weird spot to be in now.
For sure. I think you hit on it, like that all-in mentality, and also like, your taste represents you as a person.
Yeah.
You know? And if someone you respect, this is that it affects like you as a person.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's what's interesting
Yeah.
about I think fashion and art in general.
Yeah, you gotta be careful to like, not to get too wrapped up in that, because it's like I think about fits that I'm in. I think about like my brothers. They'll see what I'll wear and they'll literally be like, "Bro, what the fuck do you have on?" It's like legit.
Facts.
Those are brothers.
And it's like, but like, I know that what I'm doing is not something that anyone has to do. I don't like feel like clothes are so important.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, bro, I'm spending a lot of money on this thing because I like it, and that's about it. That just belongs to me.
I think that's healthy.
Yeah. I'm just like, it really ain't much. So it's like, yeah, the detachment thing is something that you have to like to maintain, and you're like, how I feel about it is how I feel about it, and how others like interact with it is also just how they're interacting with it.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Good advice to the younger audience out there. Like what you like and
Do what you do.
Exactly.
It really doesn't matter, and if it does to other people, then like they're weird. Like actually,
Right.
How is my outfit affecting your day?
man.
How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
Those are always good questions, bro.
And just to bring it back to Hidden, again, I think that this is a good collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not too many pieces, so I feel like it gives you more time to really focus. Even the pants, like the cargo pants, like they look like decent, like, and you're real big on Gorp.
Oh,
so
for
I feel
sure,
like
bro. For sure.
that'd
That's the
definitely
first
be a
thing I
cop
looked
for
at, bro.
you.
Yeah.
Those cargos are fire. So overall, I think it's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs
yeah.
down, middle for you.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up, bro.
Yeah.
Always looking forward to what that guy's like coming up with. I mean, it's exciting, bro. It literally turned mood board into like high end streetwear brand. That's tight.
I mean, that's a dream for a lot of
exactly,
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But let's get into this next article. That word article be beating my ass.
Yeah.
we'll save it.
That's crazy. All right, so this article title reads Kloth.
Come on.
Kloth reimagines the Adidas gazelle in Halo Ivory. That was crazy. These shoes are interesting. I feel like a lot of people are trying to go for. I don't know if you remember, Kith had did those. Those. What's the sole I'm thinking of? Like the Chamulia soles. What's that called? Like I'm slipping on the material. It's kind of like a rubber / what am I thinking of? I was
Console, cork, what
like a cork sole. Yeah. Remember they did like the cork Adidas. It was either a gazelle or it was a samba or something that had went big. And I feel like a lot of brands are trying to move to like that aesthetic of like that cork outsole in their shoes. These, I'll be honest, like I'm not checking for these.
No.
They're like, I think beach.
They're like
I think
Yeah, they look like espadrilles.
like some Gucci espadrilles or something.
Have y'all seen those like knit Stan Smiths too? Like it reminds me of that era.
Oh man, yeah.
The colorway is nicer. I like the
I
colors.
thought they were hard at the time.
I mean, I did too. And that's the thing.
Nah, Stan
It's
Smith
changed
used to
though.
go off.
Like the knit ones, I thought was like next level for a certain
I
little
was
bit
like,
of time.
What technology? I feel like these are like this is one of those like experiment capsules, and like this will release, and then people will buy it, and then this will be at the Adidas outlet, or like, you know, I don't feel like this is gonna be something that you.
It's not gonna move mountains.
Oh yeah, nah. This definitely gonna be in a sale section on.
It's funny because like I feel like none of us think it's like a bad shoe, but it's just like not.
It's like
it's an unnecessary shoe.
Isn't that so crazy though? It's like what I mean. I don't know. Maybe I'm going like too like high level into it, but just like the fact that I feel like the three of us had a pretty similar reaction about it.
Yeah.
But like, what about it evokes that? You know.
I think it's just
I can't
like
say anything bad about the shoe.
It just looks like it's a very. When I think of that shoe, I think of a very specific location and place. I don't see that I don't see myself wearing that or see other people wearing that on a day to day. I think of like again Miami, a beach,
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi is crazy.
My bad.
Corpus Christi is crazy.
Let me rewind.
But like literally, though, I think of like a destination. I don't think of.
Terrible.
I'm sorry.
Oh, bro.
I don't.
Yo, sorry to the PO crew.
Dude, I don't know how you top Corpus Christi. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I just think of like a very specific location. I don't think of like day-to-day shoe. I don't think of like it looks too much like a vacation shoe to be worn on a day-to-day.
That looks like a biodegradable shoe.
Facts.
Not like
you said Tom's? Low-key. Did you say Tom's earlier?
Who said Tom?
I thought you. Well, it looks like Tom's. I said.
Wait. Laura, you said Espejos, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I said Tom's.
Yeah.
They
kind of look like some Tom's.
Did y'all ever have Tom's?
No.
I did.
But I remember when they were.
I'm not gonna lie, for a little bit.
I remember when they were running rampant though.
Yeah.
They had their moment.
I almost bought in.
They had their moment.
I wanted some red ones. Like I had the idea in my head about like
how I was gonna rock these.
Exactly.
Yeah, and looking back on it, that was very swagless.
What was it? It was like they were sending money to Africa. What was it?
That was the appeal. Like you buy a pair, they send a pair over somewhere.
I wonder if that actually is like. Did anybody ever follow up and be like, "Dang, like I wonder if my."
I feel like it was because if they didn't, someone else would catch on and like.
Well, TikTok wasn't around when it was going on.
That's true.
TikTok would bust everybody now. You
true,
can't do nothing.
That's true.
That's why they're trying to get rid of TikTok.
I think they're cool.
Like Tom's was or the shoes.
I think they're cool.
Like the system.
Yeah.
Whatever they had going on.
There's not. Is there still a company still going on?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about Tom's right now.
Store closed down in Austin, so I was like,
yeah,
good.
Because what was that? It was. I think that was the Aime store and was a Tom store.
Really?
Yeah, where Aime
on Selco?
Yeah,
really.
That was a Tom store. It was like a cabin
of a store for this.
Yeah, I mean that's some great retail right there too. That space.
That space is nice.
Ooh, that's a good location. But yeah, I'm not jacking these.
Yeah, no, they aren't it. But
what's the last Adidas shoe y'all were like seriously thinking about?
I seen some gazelles on Dover Street. They were all yellow with a red little tab on the back where the Adidas sign was. I almost bought, but then they're sold out. Again, it got real dark in here.
Ooh, that's good.
Hold on. All right, so that's fixed.
Pretty good.
Did I ever say it? Oh, I think I was about to say though, bro. People need to stop sleeping on Dover Street, bro. There's a lot of shoes that be getting.
Is Dover Street CDG? Are they linked? Dover Street and CDG. Am I thinking of the right place?
Nah, I don't think they're linked.
I think they maybe had a collab. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that sounds
but Dover Street itself is just a store.
Yeah,
okay, I don't know what retailer I'm thinking of. Like they sell a bunch of CDG. Okay, anyways, y'all keep going.
But yeah, if you want a sneaker collab or if you want a sneaker that probably sold out everywhere, because when you search for that sneaker, Dover Street's not gonna pop up. I've tried; it doesn't pop up. When you go, there's still like a lot of
kind of nice
sitting there.
The SEO is kind of lacking. It works for you.
Like I've been able to get like I've seen like who wears Dunks, but like I've seen Dunks just sitting on Dover. I've seen what's that? I've seen Kiko's just sitting on Dover. So it's like I don't know if people know about it or like I don't know, but I've definitely seen shoes that have recently just come out still for retail sitting on Dover Street. Again, that's probably gonna be my last time telling y'all this because I told y'all this before. Like I'm tired of telling y'all. I'm tired.
Where are people mainly buying their shoes from online?
Probably.
I would say my guess would be Grailed. That's where I buy probably.
But I'm talking about like new release shoes.
Oh.
I mean,
I feel like it depends on companies.
That and the collab. Yeah.
I know Action Bronson just released some New Balances, and I know the security question to check out, you have to finish one of his lyrics.
Oh, that's nice.
And I would be like, yeah, I would have felt that. Absolutely would have felt that because I don't know a
There's like
single
a Twitter
action
account
process.
that's like random tweets, but is it an Action Boston
It's
lyric?
amazing.
Yeah, it's like that energy, bro. That's tough. That's a tough one.
Is he a good? I've never listened. Is he good?
I like his stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never actually
There's
listened
that
to
one song with Chance he did. That was
Man, what happened to Chance?
Man,
reach out to you, right?
Chain smoker, bro.
No, yeah, man. I used to, man. I love Chance. I loved Chance.
Chance is watching right now. He's like, damn, love, bro.
Yeah, come on. I'm just like, man, stop playing. It was heat. It was heat.
When he was on, he was on.
Yes.
Like you couldn't even deny it. Like he was on for real. But then I don't know if it's like his voice got too like it got too familiar, and I was just like, I don't really like the sound no more. I don't know, but then like I just noticed people weren't playing him as much.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting on many features and kind of just like fell into the background.
I don't know. It just his behind the scenes like situations were not. Y'all see that light peeking out?
Bro, I'm telling you. Now Josh is glowing.
Fucking Edward Cullen out here.
It's wonderful.
Edward Cullen out here.
All right, 1080p. But, yeah, no. But no, going back to recent Adidas. There was like Adidas SLP.
SLP. I feel like I know what that is.
Rust brown and like yellow, something like that. Let me see.
Honestly,
sure I'm not
Adidas started
lying.
fighting back because for a while it was like New Balance, like in the early, like I'll say like 2021, New Balance was kicking everybody down.
I was waiting to see what kind of colorways they was going to come out with.
Yeah. And then like people start wearing Jordan 1s as much. As my opinion, I don't see many Jordan 1s anymore. And I feel like Adidas been fighting back.
Oh yeah. Not I said SLPs. I'm a SL 72 OG. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
They're decent. I think I want to say Wells Bonners did a collab with that silhouette.
Yeah.
It was like a mesh one instead though.
I like shoes that look like socks. Like they look, you know what I mean? Like
That is oddly specific.
but like I like it looking like a tiny shoe that's on. That's like symbiote to the foot. Like it just like wraps on there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but not like a Balenciaga sock.
Right.
Or like a Yeezy pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, the Yeezy pods are strange.
Oh, these are nice.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Nice little wide leg pant with them.
And I've said this
like
before.
this one, this vintage one.
Oh, yeah, that was
Whoa,
nice.
yeah.
You see what I mean?
That was
Yeah.
nice. The ZX Flux, I still push that one. That one was like such a great Adidas silhouette.
Bro.
That's probably like one of the few that I just remember. Most people think Stan Smith. For me, when I think of Adidas and like old shoes, I think ZX Flux. So I had like 3 pairs of those.
I researched him again recently after Akira Toriyama passed away because I swear Dragon Ball Z collabed with Adidas.
Really?
And they had one of those models for the ZX Flux, bro.
Bro, the ZX Flux literally had so many different collabs. It was like the easiest shoe to do a collab
Because you could
with.
just print something on
Print something
it.
on it, literally.
Yeah.
It was just a print. Like
It was Foot Action's #1 shoe.
we're pulling the data. He knows this. As far as Adidas though, I think I've definitely had 3 pairs of ZX Flux or something like that. And I've had a plentiful of Stan Smiths. Like that's like the grab and go shoe.
Bro, I had some like Daniel Arsham.
Oh, that's the Daniel Arsham too.
They're
like with the black ones?
No, I had
okay.
the gray ones.
Oh, okay,
the gray ones with like the boost sole.
Yeah. I had those.
I didn't know he made shoes. I just knew about
my
the crystallized Pokemon.
Yeah,
stuff he did,
bro, he's
bro.
had a lot of collabs outside of art. Like he's
Yeah,
had
yeah.
some pretty decent ones.
Damn.
They were so fire. And
I had them for like 5 months and I sold them because I was like, why did I buy those?
man.
I didn't know he did shoes though, bro.
Yeah, I got them on the grill too.
I found them on because of Pokemon, man.
I think I sold them on Girl for like $40 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I sold it for something stupid.
Something dirt.
Yeah, it was very stupid what I did it for, but at the time I was like, oh, these are gas. And it's Daniel Arsham. I have a tattoo of a Daniel Arsham piece.
Ooh.
Let me see.
It's like that decaying orange.
Oh yeah, you can tell,
that's
bro.
cool.
Yeah. That's
I
tight, bro.
needed to go back and get some more detail work on it, but he got too expensive, and I was like, you already finished the main piece, bro. I'm good. Tattoos are expensive, bro. When I see people covered in tattoos, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, he got money. He has to have money, or they're like jail tattoos,
or y'all kissing. Y'all didn't think about that. Huh?
Nah, bro, he's got his direct deposit with his artist, bro. That's what you have, man.
But no, I think he's an amazing artist for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that wraps up the Kloth. I think they're just not any of our favorite sneakers from this year.
The world can do without them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring back Tom's. How they
Bro, you finna get that. You finna get email.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up the articles. And I definitely, again, as we talked about earlier, I want to get more into you and like your journey with social media, because I think it's so unique. Because a lot of people that I remember when I was following like 2020, 2021, like, you know, they got to where they are, and a lot of them like have broken through to like they're like one of the biggest names in streetwear. And people who kind of start later don't necessarily always see that same trajectory, and I feel like your account has taken off crazy fast.
Yeah.
So I just want to like, when is the start for you, and what was the intention when you started posting on social media?
So when I think about a lot of the like people I follow right now, I was like following them for years on like my personal accounts, like taking inspiration from them kind of in my own like daily life, but like I was like already kind of used to this like system of seeing like creators put things together, and I knew like a lot of like particular guys, you know, like one of my favorites, Matt Buckets. He's a creator out in the UK, which he's like a homie now, which is crazy. That's like we'll just like be DMing one another like casually, just like, and I'm like, bro, this is wild. I literally have like so many of your stuff saved on my and it's like, but then but it's also just like, oh, these are real people. Yeah. And so like, and I think I had that in mind, and then I think it like last year, January of last year is when like January 19th or something like that is when I had like my first post, and I like, yeah, and I like
last year.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so like, I was like working at Buck Mason, and there's like a big like mirror in there, and I like did like a selfie with it, and so there's a whole lot of like meat within that. So I'm
sorry. I'm sorry.
His peripheral vision.
I'm childish, bro.
I heard your heart. I heard your heart break.
Continue, bro.
But like the meat that involved in it, but like in the story of like, so
we're actually, is it recording?
Yeah, we're good.
We're actually gonna pick it up at meat.
The perfect checkpoint.
Mind if I do?
So yeah, camera died again. If you made it this far, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, help your boy out. Let's pay some bills. But we were talking about your content journey.
So lock it in. Yeah, so I was taking pictures at Buck Mason, and because like the clothes that they had at the time were like not as good as they were like right now, I didn't like wearing their clothes. So we got like an allotment of like, you know, clothes to work there because you had to be in the uniform, and like a lot of stuff just did not fit my body type. I'm like, oh, I don't like these jeans. Like I can't. This fit. This isn't built for me. Like this isn't. So I wore my own jeans, and I had like vintage jeans, but I wore like the tops. The tops are cool, and then like I would wear like my own hats, like my own like vintage hats, and like just what I had already with a couple of like Buck Mason pieces. And so like I had started off with that, and that was kind of getting me like a little bit of traction here and there. And like I feel like over the course of like 3 months of doing that, like I was getting like, okay, oh my followers were like increasing, and I'm like, oh man, I'm at like 600 followers or something like that, and like I'm getting like, it was like slow traction, and I actually got in trouble like with them, but not in bad trouble. It was like, hey, you're at a dress code, like we gotta like get you in there. Like we can't have you doing that. But we found that out because the owner of Buck Mason
Saw your post.
Saw you on like the feed and was like, does this guy work for us? And he like essentially was like, okay, so this is the direction that we want to go.
Oh wow.
Like
the content was good, but it's just like all has to be like all us kind of thing.
They were like the like integration of like vintage. They were already planning on doing that.
Okay.
And so I was already putting together like just the clothes that I already had.
Oh shit.
And so they were like, this is our like projected stuff for like 2023, 24. Like this is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so this guy is already there with it. And so I was hearing like, those big ups from like the higher ups while I was just like,
just doing something that was natural. It was just natural.
I was literally just regular employee. And so that was kind of interesting to like be in that position of like not management or like anything significant, but having like the eyes of like very significant people on stuff that like I was doing. And so like that's where it started, and kind of like, I don't know, it just slowly but surely kept like growing. And then it was like the right people were like seeing my stuff. I would see like, I remember I was getting shared a couple of times by like the like big names like Johns and like Edgy Albert. Like was like I remember he reposted me on his story, and I got like 1,300 followers in like a day just like off of that. Bro, that man's motion is stupid. I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah, there's some people out there that really change your follower count overnight.
Crazy.
Facts.
And so like it was like stuff like that was happening a lot, because I feel like I was a newer account, so I was getting pushed like a lot, like, and it's like, you know, kind of evened out now, but like, oh bro, when I was like that first like 5-6 months, it was just like,
it's crazy, bro.
I'm just, bro, why do I have 4,000 likes on this pic? And it's like,
so the question that comes to mind, because I remember like early stages, like when a lot of people started making their fit accounts around the time I did like 2020, like hashtags and like community like pages that were resharing people's outfits, like those things were like your bread and butter. So if you got like, again, if you got reposted on Hidden, or your account overnight went crazy. If you got there was another one called Culture Fits. They posted like some of my sneaker content. I got like 700 that day.
yeah.
Like, so what would you attribute? Like, were you using hashtags? Were you tagging certain people? Like, what would you say like was like really attributing to, other than, you know, people finding your
Right
account?
time, right place, kind of thing. Anything strategic? Yeah.
Bro, luck.
Look, gas,
Yeah.
Like
gas.
No, I'm serious. Like I don't have any.
It's the secret sauce kind of thing.
No, I was just tagging the brands that I was actually wearing, and then just like hashtagging vintage fits, salvage denim. Like I was just like really like 1, 2, 3 in it, versus like coming up with a system for it. I just really think, you know, I feel like it was a couple of things. It was, I do like attribute it to me being like, I'm in like specific type of attire while like being black. So there's like a different like edge of like how that is like approaching onto the feed, even though like there's a lot of people that have like that same like particular like vintage workwear style. There was like a different body in it. So I think that was an element. This is an only assumption, because I really do just attribute it to like me getting lucky. But as I've like thought about it, I'm like, maybe it's that, maybe it's just like, bro, I don't know. I think really
honestly, the great thing about that though is because, you know, some people are over explain or, you know, over trying to analyze how to be successful on social media. But it's like you were just doing.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's not-
exactly.
it's
I think
not
it's
really-
encouraging to hear.
Yeah.
There's no like, you got to use these hashtags, post like this time, this day.
Like, it's not Gary V'ing it up.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up at 5 a.m.
I'm
You gotta get it.
Sure, from like a business perspective, maybe there's some helpful things out there.
Yeah.
Sure, but like if at the end of the day, like I feel like it's soul crushing. If like what you like just doesn't, if like that's not the key to the success. You know?
But I was really struggling for years, like with like, because I had like my personal account is like, was also like my art account, my art and design account. I was posting new works and like trying to grow, and it was like I was not like breaking past that ceiling for years. And I remember when the algorithm shifted, and it's like I already was not getting the like traction that I needed, and then it just went to like being like the worst possible traction anyone can ever get. And like I was like so frustrated for so long, and I felt like, oh, I'm shadow banned, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, because I was like, I have more followers than I ever have, and I'm not getting any like, and it's actually going down, it's not going out to anyone. And it's like, how can I can't grow, but I have all of this stuff to show, all this stuff I'm excited to create. And it made it like, I hated like setting myself up for that disappointment that was going to happen around it. And so I struggled for years with that creation process, and like trying to really like put myself out there, and it falling flat, you know, at a certain point, you know. And I was like, oh, at first it was doing what okay, and it seemed like there was some trajectory, but eventually like nothing. So I felt like, oh man, it like killed my spirit for a while. It shit like definitely like broke my heart. Like I see how people like just like really just give up on that stuff altogether, you know. And it's like now I just literally post whatever I want to on there, because I've literally had to like let go of the expectation around like sharing art and stuff like that. I've just had to like, oh, do it for me. Yeah. Literally do it for me. And that's been like the hardest thing, because, you know, I'm not doing it for other people, but like there's an element of like the skill that you have, the pieces that you make, you want it to have an audience. Yeah,
you want it to reach, you want it to get out there, because you wouldn't be posting if that wasn't the case. Like you want it to actually reach somebody new, reach, you know, the people that you've already acquired. Like you want your content to get out there. So I feel you on that. Like that's real.
So this literally me being in this case right now, we're the complete opposite.
We're like,
it's happening. Something that I didn't expect at all.
Yeah. On the fashion side, I
was just doing it because I was like, I want to see if I know how to curate this for myself in the way I've seen like all of these other people do it for years. I'm like, oh, I think I may have a possible grasp on this. I already wear this stuff already. Like I already have like, I didn't need to like, I had already like developed my style. And I'm like, I've always still been developing it, but I was already there versus trying to figure out what I needed to do to get there. I didn't need the advice.
I'm not even gonna do the whole spiel again, but I think to summarize what I think you were saying is more so like, you didn't really have a plan for things to turn out this way. You kind of just started posting, and then you got noticed by your company, and then that kind of like kick-started how you start posting on social media.
Yeah, I think it was just I'm just trying to like keep up with the momentum, you know, and just try to streamline it to where like I know, okay, this is my spot where I'm going to be taking pictures. This is what my poses are going to be. This is what this is going to be, like kind of figuring it out on the fly. And it's stuck and it's resonated.
I mean, that's great. I mean, that's great. I mean, because a lot of people, they'll start and then they'll think they have it down, and like it won't resonate with people and they won't get the traction. So the fact that you did it your way, it wasn't forced, I think that's always like a good testament to have to like your story.
Yeah.
Is it recording? All right, gas.
Nice.
Gas. Well,
the good thing about that is that one part might just be like the audio I use for the camera. So we still got the audio from the camera.
I was too immersed in Loren talking. I didn't even check if
gas. So a question that I do have, because now that you're like really in it, what is the pros and the cons to putting yourself out there? Since you like kind of on that, you know, you're a content creator, you know, you have a following. What would you say like the pros and the cons are to being a content creator with a following now?
You know, I never used to get like weird comments about my appearance, like from strangers online. And so like now that I do, like every now and then, it's very jarring. I'm just like,
Is that a pro or con? Like weird, like good or weird?
Oh no, like people are like mean.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I
but
guess
it's not often, but like when it happens, I'm just like, why?
Like, why take the time out of your day to like say that?
Yeah,
about
it's
something?
What's a comment you'll say?
A lot of times it like refers to me like it's like commenting on like my sexuality possibly.
Whoa.
Like
what the fuck?
And I'm just like, I mean, I don't have a problem if you think I'm gay. That doesn't bother me. Like,
but that's just random to say to someone.
I think I think sometimes when my content like is like reaches a lot of accounts, it like leaves the menswear stratosphere and it just hits in the explore page or like the most brain dead.
Yeah.
Like people will see it and they're just like, I don't understand this.
The persona. I was like, yeah, what persona are we talking about? I see.
I don't understand.
Boy, that's for our people, not you.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be wearing them collared shirts. That's for it's like,
I tell you what type of collar you need. I didn't even mean to take it there, but it went there. I tell you what type of collar you need.
I'm gonna stay right here. Man.
That's wild, man. That's wild. That's wild.
Damn.
That's wild.
We gotta talk about the pros.
Yeah, let's get a pro. Let's get a pro in there. Let's get a pro in there.
I mean, the pros is like the community support is cool. Just like it's overwhelmingly positive from like lots of people, and it feels like everyone's like super approachable and like no one's too cool, and that's what I like about it. And also, I mean, pros is like, I mean, it's like, you know, taking care of me right now. It's my full-time gig, or like the most full-time thing I got going on. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, damn, I can't believe like this is how I'm paying for my car this month, or like, and it's like,
that's surreal, man.
Yeah, I'm like, let's keep it coming. Let's
Thanks.
Run it.
Did you? What was it? Lakeith Stanfield liked your post, right?
Bro, yes, that was crazy.
I saw your story. Yeah,
I was like, I'm like, this mysterious ass dude was on here lurking with his painted fingernails. I said, oh, that's kind of cool, and hit the like. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm that amazing.
It's crazy feeling somebody like seeing people like who have that type of status interacting with your post. Like, what are you doing in here,
bro? Yeah, why you got a phone?
Yeah, agent not running your account. You're actually on your account.
Yeah, boy in the bed.
Yeah, I don't think I think the dude who produced SZA Snooze song, that J dude, he like interacted with my account a couple of times. I was like, what the fuck? Like I mean, every video that he put out back then is very memeable. He has a lot of memeable moments in his content journey, but it's always just like, what are you doing? Like, bro, what are you doing in here?
Leave me alone. Not in the bad way, but just like, I don't belong in your circle. But also, it's just that's like, funny. I don't know. You just are kind of plastered. You don't know who is looking at your stuff. Right?
Yeah,
who's talking about you? Who is like making moves with you in mind to be a part of it? And I think that's like a pro. Like, it's very interesting to see, like, I don't know, just all of that happening. You just kind of like produce the best you can and hope for the best result.
Yeah, and I think I want to add a con, because you talked about people talking about your physical appearance, which I had to lean into and kind of just laugh at now. But like people would be like, oh, you got a fat butt. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, I guess, bro, my DMs are
I've seen
destroyed. Like,
God,
I'm like, where did you get that from? When did I tell people it was okay to just
like talk to me like that?
I don't.
The internet.
I don't know, bro. Like
the internet, y'all.
I mean, it's funny now. I'm just like, but I was just like, when it happened, I'm like, when did I say like, yeah, tell me I have a fat butt every other day when I post?
Was it the person who said that they have a profile picture, or was it a cartoon?
I don't know, because most of the times when I go to their account, it's private. So like, I don't know. Profile picture probably is like an animation or something.
Okay, I got you.
I know what you mean though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you're getting at. I mean, a pro definitely is I've been able to turn what I've been doing on social media into a real job.
Yeah.
Like I got a legit marketing job from posting on social media. So I think like to the same, you know, way that you said like Buck Mason had noticed you and said we need to start doing what he's doing. Like it may not seem transferable for like a career wise, but like, you know, that pushed you forward and propelled you forward. And like social media definitely propelled me forward to be able to have a marketing position. I didn't go to school for marketing. So it's it's
but
crazy.
you got the real world like
Experience.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can go to school. I mean, go to school, but like I don't know, like
No, but it's different though. It doesn't teach you that.
Yeah, it's
Like these are
the actual
valuable
grind.
experiences.
Yeah, you got the actual data.
Facts. And that results, I mean, if they show, they show. Like you can't deny that. And really, I just want to wrap up this question because I want to know, like, since you are so, you know, not new, but like your account is so new as far as like content creation, because a lot of people have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Like, what's like your goal for your account? Like, what do you want from it ultimately?
I think I want to get a little bit more like personable because I feel like, you know, I don't like talk as much like on like I'm not just like spitballing, but I feel like I'm very like, I don't know. I'm like, how can I, I'm trying to figure out how I can like integrate my actual self into it. But like when I'm recording myself, I'm just nervous. I'm just a mess. I'm like, I want to like, I don't know how to do this. Cause I see like other creators kind of putting their personality like really into it. And I feel like this is a good way for me to like showcase like my actual personality. And I'm like, you got to actually like meet me. But like, you're only seeing so much
of it through the, just like the pieces.
So just figuring out how to do more of that. Cause I feel like that will lead to more like opportunities of like,
I mean, interactions, experiences.
Yeah, like
it's a different dimension for sure.
I feel like that is what's next. Like just figuring out how to incorporate that.
You might have to come to long form.
You know,
you know, post a little what I'm picking up, what pieces I like, you know, just things like that. I'll just put that in there though, because you know, I think that's what I think. People being able to see you talk, crack jokes, laugh. It's like there's value in that too. For sure. Like people are like, dang, like he's funny too. So not only does he have good fits, he's also funny, and he also, you know, is impressionable. Like again, like I meet a lot of content creators, but not many of them I can see myself just kicking it. Like we could all go hang out after this and no cameras around and we're still doing the same thing.
It's not like you have to, but it's nice. I feel like for your audience, you know, like it's easier, I feel like, for them to like gravitate towards like your content. And there's more content to explore in that sense too.
But first and foremost, I want to thank you for allowing me. He allowed us to come into his home. So that's how you know.
It's real.
Loren,
it's real.
thank you. First day meeting.
Literally, first day meeting, and we're just going off.
I'm easy.
Whoa.
The way your face dropped.
But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Alright, man. At the wrong collar.
But I love the way you work it. Ay, I love the way you work it for